Yo, what's up, guys? So we all love our CS2 skins. We all have those dream skins that we wish we could have that are super expensive and out of our budget. But did you know we're going to be switching it up a bit for this video, where there are some ugly as hell skins that are still way out of our budgets and super expensive. So I'm going to be showing you guys the most expensive skins that are ugly as hell for every gun in CS2. So stick around and let's have a look at these bad boys. And just a side note, some of these skins are very rare, like trade up materials that don't really sell very often. So to get the prices for those skins, I just went on the Steam market and looked at the highest buy order for that skin, and that'll give us a rough idea of what these skins would be going for. They're probably going for more than the prices in the video that I have, but it's just a rough idea, guys. Let's go. So kicking things off, guys, we have the dual Berettas Pyre from the Norse collection. These are not too bad in factory new, but when you make them battle scarred, ooh, they become pretty ugly. For 30 bucks, there's so many different options for the dual Berettas that are way better. And if you want to use these though, go ahead, boys, go ahead. For the 5.7, we're going with the Neon Kimono from the Rising Sun collection. And factory new, it doesn't look too bad, but battle scarred, all the detail gets taken away, guys. It is pretty ugly in my opinion. Yeah, look at that thing. There's nothing really good going for it now. The color's all right, but all the detail is gone. So for the CZ, this was kind of a tough choice. I do like how the Chalice looks, but it's pretty basic. And for 500 bucks, it's a trade up material for the Dragon Lore, or for the Knight to get to the Dragon Lore. But in my opinion, it's a pretty basic skin for how expensive it actually is. So for the Glock, we're going with the Synth Leaf from the St. Mark collection. In battle scarred, it looks a little bit worse than factory new, but it's still pretty ugly in my opinion. We're talking trade up materials for the Wild Lotus, the AK Wild Lotus, which is why it's so expensive. But all in all, it's not really that crazy of a Glock for the price. For the P2000, we're going with the Chainmail. It's part of the Dragon Lore family, the Cobblestone collection, and factory new. It looks okay to me, but it's pretty basic. It's actually, I don't know, it's kind of ugly. Just like it looks like chainmail plastered on there. Like there's nothing really going for it. Nothing crazy, nothing special. So for the P250, we're going with the Modern Hunter. I know a lot of people like the Modern Hunter, but in my opinion, for 210 bucks, there isn't really a whole lot going on here. Like, it's just pretty basic in my opinion, guys. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about this, but for the Modern Hunter, I'm not a huge fan of it. So for the R8, we're going with the Canal Spray from the Canals collection, which has the Prince as its covert. It's not ugly, it's just basic, you know, and for 9 bucks, who the hell even uses the R8? It's just, there wasn't anything super expensive in the R8 category, so we're going with this. For the Tech 9, we're going with the Terrace from the Rising Sun collection. It looks pretty good in factory new, but battle scarred, god dang, everything goes away on it. And for 130 bucks, you can get so many different Tech 9s that are way better than this. But yeah, we're going with the Terrace. For the Desert Eagle, we're going with the Pilot. And now I won't say this skin looks bad. It just kind of looks like the default Deagle in my opinion. It does have some nice gold accents. But for 170 bucks, there's so many different Deagles like the Print Stream, the Code Red that you could get that look way better than this one. For the USP, we got a Battle Scarred one. In factory new, it's okay, but Battle Scarred, it looks pretty ugly, really scratched up. And this is the target acquired from the Control collection, which would have the Op Fade as the covert. So just a pretty scratched up, ugly USP. For the MAC-10, we have the Copper Boar from the Norse collection once again, and battle scarred, it doesn't look horrible, but it's pretty scratched up, and for 110 bucks, there's so many different other MAC-10s you can use, like the Fade, the Case Hardened. There's so many good ones that you could use instead of this. For the MP5, we have the Oxide Oasis in Battle Scarred from the Mirage collection, which we're talking Desert Hydra. And I actually use one of these, a souvenir one of these, because it's way cheaper because you can't use it in a trade up. So I actually kind of like how the skin looks, and especially in factory new, but it's so expensive in the unsouvenir version. For the MP7, we have a Teal Blossom from the St. Mark collection, which in battle scarred gets pretty scratched up. And for 70 bucks, like I said, there's always so many better skins you can use than these. This one is expensive again because it's from the St. Mark collection. So you have the Wild Lotus trade up possibility skins. And another one from the St. Mark collection, we have the Wild Lily in battle scarred for like 1,000 bucks. This one is a direct trade up material for the Wild Lotus, and I think it doesn't look horrible, but if you're going to go spend $1,000 on a skin and have it for the MP9, that is pretty crazy. So for the PP Bison, we just have a basic factory new forest leaves, and if you're going to be spending 35 bucks on a Bison, that is pretty crazy. And this one is just a standard camo, like nothing crazy going for it. For the P90, we have the Astral Jormungandr or something, however the hell you want to say that, and we have it in Battle Scarred, which is pretty scratched up. This would be from the Norse collection, and it is getting pretty pricey there. 270 bucks for a Battle Scarred P90, guys. For the UMP, we have the Daylily in Battle Scarred from the St. Mark collection, and in Battle Scarred, yeah, it's looking pretty scratched up, not horrible. And factory new, I actually quite like this skin, but if you're gonna get in a Battle Scarred, get it super scratched up, and you're spending 110 bucks on it, that is insanity. For the Mag 7, we have the Counter Terrorist from the Rising Sun collection, and holy smokes, guys, in Battle Scarred, this thing is one of the ugliest skins in this list. Holy crap, there's nothing on it. There is no skin left, and for 100 bucks, holy smokes, if you're gonna buy this, that's nuts. For the Nova, we have the Modern Hunter once again, and I probably will get some more hate from this because I know guys like the Modern Hunter, but I just think there's nothing, it's just basic, guys. Like, I don't know why we like this skin so much, and I could be wrong. Maybe no one likes the Modern Hunter, but I think they do. And you know what? It's not horrible, but it's super expensive. For the Sawed Off, we have the Copper, and I'm gonna say right now, I really like how this skin looks, but it's on the Sawed Off. It's trade up materials. It's from the Old Dust collection, so trade up materials for the Deagle Blaze. And I actually think this skin looks pretty sick, but it's basic, guys, and it's super expensive. So for the XM, we have the Fallout Warning from the Nuke collection, and this is factory new for 170 bucks. It's not scratched up or anything, but it's super basic. Just looks like a spray painted camo. Nothing fancy about this one. For the M249, we have the Blizzard Marbleized from the Office collection in factory new, and this thing, it looks like it has some sort of disease, guys. I don't really like this one bit, and it is on a gun that no one uses, and yeah, not a nice skin. For the Negev, we have the Anodized Navy, and I won't say this one is ugly, but the Anodized Navy is not like some super sought after skin. It's trade up for the Glock Fade, and 400 bucks for a Negev. You must be out of your mind if you buy this. So for the AK, we're going with a factory new Jet Set. I thought maybe of using the X-Ray in Battle Scarred or the Wild Lily in Battle Scarred, but I'm going with the Jet Set in factory new because it doesn't look much different than a regular AK other than it has some stickers on it. So it's a pretty basic AK for 750 bucks, guys. For the AUG, we're going with the Midnight Lily. This is once again from the St. Mark collection, and we're going with it in Battle Scarred. And as you see, in Battle Scarred, it looks a whole hell lot worse than factory new. And if you're gonna be spending 310 bucks on an AUG, that is not so, boys. For the AWP, I thought maybe Battle Scarred Dragon Lore, but that's a bit of a cop-out. So we're going with the factory new Snake Camo from the Dust collection, the old school Dust collection. It is trade-up materials for the Desert Eagle Blaze. So this is just a basic spray painted camo, guys. There's nothing fancy about it. Nothing at all. So for the FAMAS, we have another St. Mark collection skin, the Sundown, and we're going to have it in Battle Scarred. It's all scratched up. And once again, guys, we know the St. Mark collection is super expensive. It has that AK Wild Lotus that everybody wants. But is it worth it to spend 130 bucks to use this skin? Definitely not, guys. For the G3, we have the Kronos. This is from the Gods and Monsters collection. So you're talking the Op Medusa. This is the first God and Monsters collection skin, and it is in factory new for 270 bucks. Nothing crazy about it. It's not ugly. I wouldn't say it's ugly, but it's definitely not worth the price. For the Galil, we have the Winter Forest in factory new. This is part of the Office collection, and I don't think it can get much worse than this for how basic this skin looks and for how expensive it is. They definitely do not match up. So for the A1, we have the Knight, and now this is a tough one because I really like how the skin looks, but it is a trade-up skin for the Dragon Lore, which makes it super expensive. You're talking around 2,800 bucks, and it's just a black and gold skin. It doesn't look bad, and I think it's pretty legendary and iconic, But if you just told me that that skin was 2,800 bucks and I knew nothing about Counter-Strike, that is an expensive skin. For the M4A4, we have the Poseidon from the Gods and Monsters. We're talking direct trade up for the Medusa, and it is in field tested for around 1,000 bucks, and it's pretty scratched up, really beat up for the field tested, and it's not an ugly skin, it's just definitely not worth 1,000 bucks, guys. For the Scar 20, we have the Brass from the Norse collection and Battle Scarred, and it's just an ugly skin, guys. There's nothing good, it's not shiny, it's all beat up and battle scarred. Nothing good really going for this skin, other than it's from the Norse collection, not worth 130 bucks for sure. For the SG, we have the Hazard Pay from the Vertigo collection, and we have it in Battle Scarred for 160 bucks. This thing is just not a nice skin. It's yellow, beat up, and I'm not a huge fan of it, guys. Not a huge fan. For our last skin before the glove knife combo, we have the Scout C Calico. It's also from the St. Mark collection. I think almost every St. Mark collection skin is on this list, but this thing, while not, no, it is ugly. It's ugly. I'm just gonna say it. The colors are weird, and I think it's ugly. And for 410 bucks, guys, what the hell are we doing spending our money on this? So here we have the glove knife combo that I came up with, guys, and there's a whole lot of options you could choose, but I think this is one of the ugliest combos you can have. The Broken Fang gloves, Jade and Factory New, and the M9 Crimson Web in Battle Scarred. And in Battle Scarred, there's nothing left on this knife, man. It is so ugly. And these gloves, I hate the fingerless gloves. I do not like the green. The green will not go with much of your loadout, guys. It's just gonna really be a nice ugly combo. So just in closing, guys, this loadout would cost you over $12,000, which is pretty crazy. But if you have the money, I think this is a pretty flexy loadout. No one really knows that these skins are super expensive, yet you have a $12,000 loadout for these ugly skins, which is kind of cool. But thanks for watching, guys. See ya.